If I cared for a second about saving that girl, I guess I'd say that was a victory.
So you think the warden worked? Kept us off Chuck's radar?
If it hadn't, we would all be dead, so I'd say yeah, it worked.
Hello, boys.
What the hell?
Bending the rules already, Jack?
Billie, I tried to call you.
I know. I was busy. Can't say I'm not disappointed, though.
Disappointed? You just iced one of your Reapers.
Merle had one job. Keep you in line. She failed. We're playing a big game here. And we're only as strong as our weakest players. She had to go. That's the difference between you and me. I see the big picture. I understand that one life means nothing in the grand scheme. That girl you saved from a dying world, you think hers was the only one? They're all dying. All the worlds. Each and every world, but this one.
It's Chuck.
Mm-hmm. He's been a busy boy, extinguishing galaxies, wiping the slate clean for the end.
Yeah, and what's your end game, Billie? I mean, you lecture us about how important all this is, but we don't even know what you're doing. Jack's gonna kill God, right? Yeah? Great. Okay. How? What's your plan?
When I was a Reaper, I believed in the rules. But then you killed me. And when I became Death, I inherited Death's knowledge and Death's library. And in Death's library, everyone has a book, even God.
So God can die.
Everything dies.
At the end, I'll reap him too.
God? You'll reap God?
Oh, yes.
I don't understand why would God write the blueprint to his own death?
He didn't. The books write themselves. After God made the world, he couldn't stop. He wanted more. But he needed to create a perfect harmony, a Swiss watch, so this world could keep tick-tick-ticking in his absence. He had no choice but to build himself into the framework. It's his only weakness.
So Chuck doesn't know what's inside the book.
No one can read their books unless I let them.
What about Jack? He's in God's book?
And so are you. I told you, Dean, you and your brother have work to do. This is your destiny. You are the messengers of God's destruction.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So Supernatural is finally back after a month and a half long hiatus, so it's been forever. A lot of people forgot season's still on, but you know, longer breaks means the end is delayed, and now we have an official delay as guys are off work now, so not filming the last 2 episodes because you know what's going on nowadays. We have no official date for return to filming or no official delay of the actual finale, but logically it has to be delayed because they had 4 weeks left to film. Who knows how long it's going to be out. There's no way it's going to air in time unless they change something. I doubt they will. So most likely everything, not just Supernatural finale, will be delayed, obviously. So we'll wait for that announcement. Delay it as much as you want. More break till the finale, the better. Anyway, so tonight's episode mainly focuses, unfortunately, on Wayward Sisters and Jack, as a lot of my followers jokingly put in the comments, the Jack show, and exactly that's what that was, but it was more Wayward Sisters show than the Jack show, as I expected it to be. The ending of the episode was the most interesting part of it, so that's what I'm gonna focus on in this video. Overall, I wasn't a big fan of the episode, did not like it at all, except the ending part, which we got the actual important part. Billie pays the boys a visit. Unfortunately, she kills her Reaper, who's helping her communicate with Jack because she helps Jack use his powers and hides it from Billie. She finds out anyway. I kind of actually like that older lady Reaper because she felt the same way about Kaya that I did. I didn't care about her at all. So she had like funny, witty remarks as Reapers typically do in Supernatural, and it echoed how I feel about it. But anyway, unfortunately, Billie kills her, and yeah, that's gone. And we get some heavy exposition from Billie about her plan, or at least a general outline of her plan of how God will die exactly. Apparently, when God created the universes, he made it into like a ticking clock system where he doesn't have to interfere, so he built himself into the framework according to her heavy exposition. Basically, he has his own book and Death's libraries that only Billie has access to. We get a nice cool flashback to original Death, the real Death as I call him, the only interesting one, which I hope comes back ever towards the last few episodes. I doubt they'll bring him back, but Johnny and Richings really should come back. We'll get the cool flashback to him saying he's gonna rape God, obviously an iconic line when he meets Dean. And she, reminds the boys of that, which Dean should already remember, really. And she tells him God already has his own book that even he doesn't know. And they ask her, is Jack in it? Yes, but also the boys are in it. She tells him that they're messengers of God's destruction. Very poetic, sounds like a poem, right? That's because it does. So I'm glad the boys have a role in killing God. It's not just Jack, because that would have been very disappointing if they give all the power and focus and like heroic act to end the series, at least for now, to end it through Jack's power. So I'm glad the boys have some role. I don't know what it is. They're just humans created by God. I'm not really buying the whole God lets everything run by itself, and including his own death. The books write themselves. God doesn't write everything. Sounds like they really had to dig hard to have this weakness for God. That doesn't really make sense to me. But either way, I guess we're going with the flow, whatever the writers want us to go with. So that's what we have now. The boys have a role to kill God with Jack. No other details have been said by Billie. It's very vague still. She might still have some sinister agenda she's not telling the boys about. She comes off as very shady to me and not straightforward like the original Death. So yeah, I would take her words with a huge grain of salt either way.
Do you know what I see? You and your brother. You're important.
Why?
You have work to do. That's all you need to know. And trust me, having my eyes open to the necessity of any humans, especially Winchesters, is not a thrill. So, you want to die. But I say, keep living.